Alright, perfect. Yes, here we are. Alright. Perfect. Welcome everyone. The game is a little bit ahead. They have started, so we are going to try to catch up a little bit. This is Nova. This is the first game in the best of 7 series in the quarterfinals between Hera and Villese for the MSC Cup. He had a layman attempt over there, not going Hera's way. But yeah, he did lose also the Eagle Scout. As you can see right here, we're gonna go a little bit slower. Give me a moment. There we go. Who won Leary versus Yo? I did not see it. I did not see it because I intend to cast that on Tuesday, because I was not able to catch it live. So if anyone wants to answer that, please do so by whispers, okay? Alright, so getting back into the game, Mayans versus Hans. That's gonna be the civilizations for both players in the first game. PLH already on the way for both players. Now some micro here going in favor of Hera, who is going to get the scout. No, I'm not gonna get the scout after all. Some archers already on the way for Hera, so it's going to be archers for the Mayan player. Remember the Mayans get 10% cheaper archers at Infernal Age, 20% in Castle Age, 30% in Imperial Age. Villese gonna go also for archers, but then he's gonna add a couple of skirmishers. Now he's gonna lose a couple of villagers over here though, and this is going extremely fast for some reason. Okay. Alright. So now let's take a look at the map if we can. Back gold, back stone for Villese, pretty good. He's already very well walled. They're going to meet halfway. The army is in favor of Villese, who's got a couple of skirmishers over here. We have fletching already for both players as well. Wheelbarrow coming up for both villager count, 2 higher for Hera, who got a couple of Vill snipes when breaking through Villese's walls. But yeah, both players are pretty much completely walled. Now the skirmishers are going to get destroyed by crocodiles. Yeah, very unfortunate. Oh, they're not chasing the last one. Still going to go down to the archers of Hera though. We're approaching Castle Age. 2 stables coming up for Villese, who's going to switch clearly into... Oh, what happened here? Is the game over? It doesn't seem to be over. Maybe they have a small pause. Actually. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. We finally caught up, so no more fast speed. No more fast forward. Now we can actually watch and enjoy the rest of the game. We are in Castle Age. Hera's going for Bo7. He already got the crossbow upgrade. Should be able to catch up though. Right? Okay, there we go. Perfect. We are fully caught up now. So the knights have been spotted already. The second TC coming up for Villese. Hera already on second TC up. The third TC coming up, so on 2 extra TCs. University coming up. And I wonder what is he gonna do. He needs to get some stone to get the castle. Against Mayans, Tarkans would be very useful. He gets a castle, gets Marauder. He can start training Tarkans from the stable. But yeah, right now the situation is looking pretty good for Hera, who is at 10 extra villagers. He's also with over 10 extra military units. Now the army value for Villese is pretty good though. If we take a look, quick look over here. Yeah, 64% for Hera, 40% for Villese. So actually that was not right. Yeah, Villese is with the... Oh, the skirmishers. That is what's bringing the gold value down for Villese's army. So it's pure archers against knights and some skirmishers. Gold value is still going to be higher for Hera, but the army composition is definitely in favor of Villese. Let's take a look over here. He's going to get pinched. He's going to get pinched. But this is some good micro. I don't think he's going to lose all the archers. Let's take a look at the HP pool. Oh, it's going significantly down for Hera. He's bringing more crossbows. Yeah, and I think this is going to make the difference now. The HP pool is significantly in favor of Villese. Hera's just trying to debate some of the arrow fire. Yeah, some of the crossbow fire with the knight. Not gonna succeed though. Now we have only skirmishers versus only crossbows. This should be going in favor of Villese quite considerably. But it's gonna go now also for a siege workshop. Yeah, but this is actually not that bad. Hera is not doing bad over here. 2 knights are probably gonna make a difference. Let's take a look at the HP pool. Actually, the knights are going to go down pretty much for free. So Villese kind of struggling here, but he did get a lot of the archers from Hera. And you can see the KD is actually in favor of Villese, if just barely. Oh man, he could potentially get up to 3 crossbows over there. Yeah, that's gonna be 6 remaining for Hera. You gotta respect how these guys keep microing, even though the numbers are extremely low. Farms coming up, and yeah, it's going to be a very full intensive build if he wants to. If he intends to keep going for knights. We have a couple of monks and more monks coming up for Hera, actually. Three TCs, pretty well protected base. For Villese, on the other hand, that's also the case, so he's gonna be doing alright. He's not gonna try to go for a castle just yet. Not going for siege either. He's trying. It feels to me like he's trying to boom back into the game, but he's so far behind already at 17 villagers less than Hera. Castle coming up now for the green player as well. So yeah, things are looking super bright for Hera. Games are looking up for him, for sure. So yeah, for anyone wondering why we had to fast forward the game until we caught up fully, I was doing dishes. I was kind of... Yeah, the plan was to come here at 17:30 GMT, which I did. But it turns out that they started a little bit earlier. I was not counting on that. Usually, people never start early. That's a lesson for the future, man. Don't miss out on the fuel leech. Now the castle has been spotted. The mangonel is going down, and yeah. Hera going up to Imperial Age. Villese going for chain part in armor only. Doesn't have nearly the resources needed to go up to Imperial Age. So I expect this to be an Imperial Age GG. He's not gonna have enough to go up. He doesn't have the army, he doesn't have the villagers, he doesn't have the numbers for anything. Villese is in a very, very unfortunate position. Super rocky place for him. Gonna start taking the stone right now, but... Is it... Oh man, is it too late? I think so. He's now only 11 villagers behind. But Hera's going for obsidian arrows. Imperial Age is about to finish researching. Yeah, Villese is gonna break through here, but this amount of crossbows is pretty much enough to clean the entirety of Villese's army up. Unless he takes an awful shot. Let's take a look at what the Magnum is gonna do. Yeah. This has been completely walled, so it's okay. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good response by Hera. Yeah, man. Nothing he can do. He's gonna break through here, but Imperial Age has been reached now for Hera. And you can see Arbalest upgrade instantly coming up. Thumbring about to finish researching. He's already on the 4th DC over here, trying to get it up. Villese trying to get up the 4th DC over there, so the villager count's only 5 lower for Villese. But actually, he's gonna manage to go up to Imperial Age. Interesting. How many farms did he add? Not that many, so he only idled the stables a little bit and was able to go up super fast. So not bad at all. But Hera with the quick walls, come on, man. Nerf this man. Nerf him. Okay, the Arbalest should dominate, and ballistics now for both players. Oh, but the knights broke through. I think now the villager count is going to be even for both players. Anyway, those knights are going to go down for sure. And he needs to place a house over here, or maybe not. But yeah, market's gonna go up for sure. In any case, this has been so disruptive for Hera. He's had to make a mess of his eco and his base. But now that he's cleaned up this, there's only a bunch of units over here going down. But now that he's cleaned up the offensive from Villese, he can focus on being offensive himself. And we have a lot of archers. Keep in mind these archers, the Arbalest, they have obsidian arrows. So yeah, you can see buildings getting chunked. Second castle coming up. We already have 4 TCs. Map control is looking quite solid for Hera, who is now also filling the entire map with outposts. So he knows exactly where Villese is, and he's got him exactly where he wants him. Imperial Age is gonna be reached now. It seems GG, I agree. Castle's coming up, but is it too late? I think so. We only have 14 military units for Villese. We have 53 for Hera. Now the villager count has stabilized a little bit. We are only 4 villagers behind, but at 109 and 104, that's not such a huge difference. Atertia is going to be problematic though. With that TC idle, then he's not going to be able to take... yeah, with that TC under threat, he's not going to be able to take the gold. Honestly though, the Arbalists are enough to take this down. Building HP is going down by the hundreds. Just by the amount of Arbalists that he's got over here. Arguably, he doesn't even need Trebuchet. Archer range coming up, and yeah, this is just getting out of hand. Villese. Struggling now. Yeah, GG is gonna be called. That's gonna be the first victory of the day, going in favor of the Canadian player. 1-0. And perfect. Alright, so you're gonna have to give me a quick moment because I didn't have the time to set up everything. Title is gonna be a little bit wrong. The raffle is not open yet. But yeah, let's take a look at the achievements and then we're gonna figure out the rest on the fly. Alright, military scores now for both players. KD 6-5 in favor of Hera. Largest army 3 times as large as Villese's. Eco stats getting more resources of everything except for food collection. And it was a pretty one-sided game if you ask me. Imperial Age time, Castle Age time, Imperial Age time faster for Hera. Just super good. Castle Age, total castles I mean, Hera. Getting 2, only 1 for Villese. 3 relics captured, and I always miss the relics being captured. I miss capturing the relics when I play, and I miss, yeah, covering when pro players get them as well. But yeah, alright. That's been it for game 1. We're gonna jump into game 2 in just a moment. There we go, welcome everyone. This is the second game in the best of 7 series between Hera and Villese. Alright, so I remember what I was saying. I expect this to be an interesting series because Villese has been playing very well. Remember back in week 2 I think, or week 3? Was it week 1? it was the Viper versus Villese. Villese was able to steamroll the Viper. And yeah, he's been able to qualify here. Hera got pretty much destroyed by Tato. And Tato got, I think, actually Tato beat out who beat the Viper. So by association, I think probably Hera's in better spot here. I don't know, man. We're gonna have to wait and see. So yeah, this map is Mangrove Flood. Villese is gonna be playing Japanese, who get 33% faster attacking infantry units starting from fuelage. They get 50% cheaper lumber camps, mining camps, and mills. They get also twice the HP on fishing ships and plus 2 pierce armor and plus 50% line of sight on galley line units. For Franks, on the other hand, who are the civilization for Hera, they're gonna get the free farm upgrades. They also get 20% extra HP on their cavalry units. They get 25% cheaper castles. 20% fast. Actually, no. Line of sight get. The knights get plus 2 line of sight. Sorry. Kinda messing up the bonuses over there. When do we know the winner of the giveaway? After the series. So yeah, shouldn't be too long. We're gonna have at most 7 games, or at most 6 games starting from this one. And at the very least, 3 more. So we have a couple of Villese fans over here. Who is in Team Villese? Who is in Team Hera? I am a caster, so I cannot be in either team, right? But I am kind of rooting for Villese right now, just because of how one-sided game 1 looked. And of course, what I really want is to get all 7 games in the series. So I'm always gonna be rooting for the underdog. Kinda, just barely though. Gonna try to remain unbiased. So we already have the dogs starting to pump out fish and ships. We have dock over here for Villese as well. So Hera's a little bit ahead in the build order. If only maybe because the dock was... Yeah, only because the dock was easier to build for Hera. I mean, the pond was closer. Villese is going already for the full walls, and what is he gonna do? Is he gonna try to go for fast castle? I'm not really sure about this. He could try to, but it's gonna be an interesting matchup. Now, keep in mind, Franks, mostly cavalry civilization. Actually, cavalry is a civilization type for them. And they get the strongest paladins in the game, but Villese civilizations, the Japanese, they get some of the, if not the strongest infantry there is in the game. Getting 33% faster attacking units means a 33% higher DPS, damage per second. And that is higher than any other infantry unit in the game. That is higher than the extra 1 attack from... Oh, that is higher than the extra 1 attack for Burmese infantry. That is higher than the +1 that Magyars get with the free forging. And yeah, of course, if you get free forging on your Japanese infantry, then it's pretty much unstoppable. So pikemen are going to be incredibly deadly. While Franks get 20% more HP on cavalry units, they don't get bloodlines. So it's like getting free bloodlines on units with more than 100 HP, but it's not as good as bloodlines in scouts, for instance, or light cavalry. What Franks get though is the cheaper castles that they can use to pump out throwing axemen. Throwing axemen can be very good against infantry, but Japanese also get access to fully upgraded arbalist. As a matter of fact, that should be pretty much the counter to throwing axemen. So we're gonna see how they use their armies. And also don't forget that we have navy possibilities here. We have the chance of mixing our land units with naval units. So we have a team Hera here. We have a team Hera, we have a team Villese, we have a team 7 games. Who would be me? But let's see, Villese going up to fuel H at 11 minutes. It's shaping up to be a fast castle for him, but Hera's gonna try to break through. He's gonna try to be aggressive in fuel H. And actually, Hera has a lot of resources. He might be able to go out to Castle H a little bit faster than Villese even. Let's see what we got. Go Villese, we have more Villese fans. Go Villese, we have 3 fans for Villese, only 1 fan for Hera. Alright, things are heating up. Now we have a counter tower coming up for Villese. There are no tower relevant bonuses for either civilization. That tower should be going up for sure. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna lose a villager. Okay, there we go. Good stuff. Tower wars. This is going to put a stop on Hera's push for the time being. But the resources, man, once again looking so good for Hera. Gonna go for a stable right now, so you got the barracks back at home. Also Franks, if I'm not mistaken, they get 25% faster working foragers. Yeah, so that also accounts for a little bit of the food differences. Although I wouldn't say it accounts for everything. Because he doesn't really have a lot of foragers. I think he only has 3 foragers, yeah. This is pretty good though, for Villese. This is actually not bad at all. Yeah. This tower, I think it's in range of this one. I am not sure though. Might not be. Let's see. Where's my premium raffle? Exclamation mark raffle, man. For some reason, maybe it's a cooldown. Try to do that again. Hey Napoleon, and hello everyone. Hello. I hope you don't feel as lonely anymore, man. Squan was saying that he was feeling kind of lonely. He was the only chatter here when we started streaming. And we have a bunch of people, so looking pretty good. And you see, I was able to say pretty over there. Damn it, I butchered it again. It's so freaking hard, this language. Alright, Villese's... I think he's gonna manage to get the villager. He should be able. The villager's 1 hit. Oh no, it's actually 2 hits. It doesn't have enough damage output from that scout to get that. That's a very good fire galley though. We got a sneaky dog over here. We have the archery ranges coming up as well. Is this a blacksmith? Blacksmith, so we're gonna see Fletching. Fletching is going to be very good in the tower war as well. So Hera kind of struggling right now to break through. Kind of struggling right now to do damage. Villese on the other hand, he lost a scout over there. I'm not really sure if he got a villager or not. I don't think so, but he's at the very least keeping Hera's villagers away from the gold. So this is a very good move from the blue player. Let's see if he manages to snipe a villager over here. Both are full HP. Yeah, all the villagers over here are full HP, and Hera's not paying attention. He is probably going to lose a villager over here. Let's see, he's going to try to fight right now, but he's going to lose a villager for sure. We're going to keep an eye over here while we take a look at this area. We see that Hera is going back. He just lost a villager. He's going to choose to go back. I think at this point is a little bit... Oh no, he's not paying attention over there, losing another villager. And this is a very, very well executed plan for Villese, who is taking... This is what, the 4th villager going down for Villese, for Hera already? This is so good, man. He might be able to come back now. 4 extra villagers for the blue player. Horse collar coming up. Couple of archers going forward. We already have fletching as well. So archers and fire ships are going to be good, although now we have a defensive fire galley over there for Hera. Let's see. Alright. Market coming up, and he's gonna try to push for Castle Age. Now, getting the free farm upgrades is pretty good, but I think Villese... Yeah, Villese went also for Horse Collar. He's taking the deer now, so that's gonna be a very nice eco boost. As you can see, that's over 90 food right now with those 3 villagers. It's going to be over 100 by the time they bring the food back to the TC. And over here we have all the archers, potentially more fire galleys. Yeah, we have the fire galleys and the archers going forward. We have a fire galley defensive one over here, but those villagers are probably gonna get pushed away. Hera on the other hand trying to go forward. We have a defensive outpost. Yeah, an intel outpost coming up. I think he's going to realize about the tower and what is he gonna do in response. So he knows about the tower right now. He's going for the counter tower. This one got denied, and I think he's probably gonna have enough range for this. I'm not really sure. We're gonna have to wait and see. All the villagers from here are getting pushed back from the goal. This is so good. Villese has been systematically keeping Hera away from the gold. So yeah, Hera already has the resources. He already researched wheelbarrow. I'm not really sure why he's not using the market to go up. He should be able to. He's probably just paying attention to his army. Villese already has the resources as well. He already has the buildings, and yeah, he's the first one to click up. I think Hera was in a position to click up sooner, but he was microing somewhere else. He was paying attention to some other stuff and was not able to click up as fast. This should be going in favor of Villese in quite honesty. Remember that for this tournament, the stats for the ships are altered and we have less pierce armor than usual. So yeah, only 2 pierce armor for the fire galleys. They're going to be taking 3 damage per shot from the archers. Villese is so smart. I agree. I do think most of the pro players, I think actually all the pro players are very smart people. But in any case, Villese has been picking good fights. He's been paying attention, man. Now there's one thing that I'm slightly concerned about. Right now we don't have enough stone to go for 2 TCs for Villese. And I think the food income, we take a look over here, food per minute. Oh, it's actually higher for Villese, what? But we have more farms over here for Hera, don't we? Oh, we don't. Oh, all the fishing ships. That's some good stuff. I completely forgot about that. Market coming up now for Villese. Yeah, faster working fishing ships. In Fuel Age, 10% faster working. Castle Age, 15% faster working. Now we're gonna see the crossbow upgrade coming up. Bulking arrow as well for Villese. Demolition raft over there. Demolition is not gonna be good enough against crossbows because the low pierce armor. That's actually 0 pierce armors. Only 45 HP. Which means that we need around 15 shots from... Actually, no. We only need 9 shots from Fuel Age archers. We need even less here for this. I think we need like only 6 shots. 5 shots. I think we only need 5 crossbows to one-shot the demolition raft. So our galley upgrade is necessary for Hera as we need those to become demolition ships, which are stronger at 60 HP. And 2 pierce armor. So at this point we need 12 crossbows to one-shot. We already have enough. Alright. So demos are not gonna be good over here. Fire ships, maybe. Combination of fire ships and mangonel seems like the right way to go for Hera. But over here, Villese is paying attention, man. All the knights, I mean, all the scouts are so low HP. He can't fight this 100%. He's probably gonna lose 1 villager though. Yeah, but this is not bad, actually. Yeah, he lost 3 scouts and managed to snipe only a single villager. Towers over here are not doing a whole lot. We have a forward stable coming up for Hera. Oh, all the archers are going to take down the Magner for sure. And this is a very good scatter formation or a very good army spread. Now the fire ships are going to go down too. We need ballistics for Villese for sure. so that he doesn't miss the shots on the fire galleys or the fire ships. Second TC coming up for Hera. He brought back the forward villagers. We have a second TC already up for Villese, who is with 2 extra villagers, and he should be able to keep getting a larger and larger villager lead. Alright, let's take a look over here. Villese is not paying attention. He's going to get blown up. Oh, the pathing. Oh, that was a good shot. Pathanasius, man, I think he could have lost the entire army. But yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. That's a good Magnus shot as well. Good stuff, man. Stone miners over here for Hera. And the game's heating up. 30C coming up. Soon, with those stone miners, he's gonna have enough stone to go for castles. Remember, 25% cheaper castles for francs. 30C coming up now for Villese, who I think probably bought the stone. I don't think he's mining any, right? Stone per minute 0 for Villese, yeah. He probably just bought it. 50C coming up. 40C coming up. Okay, 4th and 50C coming up. Ah, Hera, man, he's gonna start booming. What is Villese gonna do about it? Well, one player booms, the other player should be able to go for more army. Let's see how this unfolds. You have 1 extra villager for Hera. Villager production right now. In favor of Villese, he's queuing up 6 villagers. But Hera's got more TCs. And because of the free farm upgrade and because of the cheaper castles, I think Hera is about to have a very, very strong base filled to the top with defensive buildings. Stone fortifications. We have TCs, we have towers. We're gonna have castles very soon. Although he might want to use the castles to claim map control here in this area in the middle, to get access to extra gold and extra stone. But yeah, so far the game kind of stabilizing, stalling a little bit. Villager production now in favor of Hera, and let's see if Villese is able to punch the greed. 5 TCs, man. Damn. Oh, Hera managed to break through. Now raiding with a couple of knights. Those knights don't really have any upgrades though. Not even scale barding armor. Yeah, they're taking full damage from the fire galleys or for the from the fire ships. This one's going to go down. If he had chain barding armor, he might have done a lot more damage. Hera is only queuing. He's not queuing knights anymore. He's worrying about this now. More mangonels coming out. This is a very good defense from Hera. So he's fully booming. 3 extra villages right now, which is not a huge difference. But yeah, he's booming pretty much for free. He's defending with just a handful of mangonels, keeping them full HP, bringing a couple of villagers over to repair. And Villese is kind of struggling, man. He doesn't really find an opening. He doesn't really find a good angle to attack from. Gonna try to go for the 40C. That's going to bring the villager difference even lower. More knights coming out from Hera. And now Villese actually getting the pop lead. He had 1 extra villager for a little bit over there. What's the situation like over here? Nah, not much going on. So I think it's open over here. I think that's where... Oh no, it's actually open over here. We still don't have any upgrades for these knights. But Villese clicking up to Imperial Age. Because Hera is booming. He is on 170 food. Absolutely starving. Ballistics coming up for Villese, Imperial Age. He needs a castle up. With a castle, an arbalist, he's gonna be chilling for sure. Arbalest, trebuchets, start taking the theses down. That'd be so good. He's gonna start taking the stone right now. Finally, he needs to get rid of the palisade walls. But yeah, man, the game's not looking bad for Villese at all, actually. Hera getting very close to clicking up himself. 770 food, 330 gold. Castle coming up. Castle already up for Hera. He's got enough stone to go for another castle for sure. And Imperial Age on the way for the green player. Let's take a look at the villager distribution and the eco state right now. We have more wood income per minute for Villese, who is going understandably for archers. We have more food per minute for Hera, who is going to try to go for knights, potentially throwing axemen. We have more gold per minute for Hera, as well as his army is a little bit more expensive. He's not queuing any throwing axemen just yet, and Imperial Age is going to be reached for Villese for sure. He's only at 200 stone right now. I would really like to see a castle already up by the time he hits Imperial Age, but that's not going to be possible. Second castle coming up for Hera in the middle to claim some map controls we were discussing earlier. And yeah, Arbalest coming up, Bracer coming up. The Magnus are going to go down for sure, man. Against Arbalest, don't really do a lot. Alright, Ram going forward. Yeah, this is a very bad spot for Villese. I mean, it's not bad, but it could have been so much better. It's pretty good. It's awesome. We have already Bracer, and yeah, Arbalest upgraded. Now the Magnus all of a sudden can't do anything. Ballistics already there for Villese as well. We have the Ram, we have the Magnus over there, a single shot. Going to get a single Arbalest, and this is not good. Hera's gonna start losing villagers. He should start losing villagers. Let's see over here though. He's gonna move all the villas away from that area. We have additional Rams going forward. Chemistry and Halberdier upgrade coming for Villese. What do we have over here? We don't have any extra knights from Hera. He's queuing a couple, and he's gonna have the trebuchets out. But he needs to worry about this, man. This is not a good spot for him to be in. We have the Magnus, Forging and Husbandry coming up for Hera. Just now starting to upgrade his cavalry. Do we have Scale Barding Armor? We have Chain Barding Armor even. So we're gonna need Plate Barding Armor, we're gonna need Iron Casting, Blast Furnace, Cavalier upgrade about to hit. One Magnet out. And yeah, the Halberdier are gonna be so good for Villese right now. Keep in mind, Japanese attacking 33% faster. Oh no! He's clumping his army. This is just asking for a Magnus shot. Oh my god. Oh, he spotted it. Very good stuff. And there we go. So Imperial Age already hit. We don't have trebuchets out yet. He's spending all the resources in army so far and upgrades. He's going for 6 tables right here. Then I think we already have a couple more somewhere else, right? So we have 7, yeah, this one over here. We have 7 stables for the Frank player, but the score lead is so significant right now for Villese. If you take a look at the queued units right now, only 3 Cavalier queued for Hera. And yeah, we have a good amount of Halberdier over here. Fast attacking Halberdier over there for the Japanese player. These are now Cat Rams. Chainmail Armor coming up for Villese. Plate Barding Armor coming up for Hera. But yeah, with this amount of Halberdier and with this amount of Arbalest, I don't think Villese is gonna be struggling very much. Yeah, now all the stables going down. Fortunately for Hera, those are kind of cheap to replenish. I think what needs to be taken down right now is the castle, if possible. We need a defensive castle as well. He's got a forward one, from which he's queuing trebuchets. But we need a defensive castle, and Villese knows it. He's got 4 TCs, but the Cavalier, they just don't care about TCs very much. Now let's see this. There we go, all the Cavalier going forward from Hera. The conversion coming in, and we already have Halberdier, defensive Halberdier. Without Paladin, Halberdier are going to destroy the Cavalier. Well, he does have mobility, but we have a lot of TCs over here for Villese. He should be able to defend now. The Halberdier are going to keep the Cavalier away from this area, at the very least. And yeah, this is not good for Hera. He's going to lose his entire forward over there. While Villese, on the other hand, trying to trap this down. Lost a trap over there, but he's going to have even more coming out from this castle. And we have a crap ton of Arbalest, a crap ton of Halberdier. And what can Villese realistically do over here? He can potentially go for Heavy Scorpion. They do get access to it. But he's going to commit right now. Okay, Siege Workshop's coming up. Onager upgrade coming out for Hera. I think Onagers are probably not going to be that effective against Halberdier. But they could potentially be very good against Arbalest. More sables now for Hera, 9 in total, 10 in total actually. He's still sending more Cavalier forward, trying to raid, but he doesn't have the numbers. And Vilese's got a good amount of defensive units. He's only gonna have to move those around though. Yeah, he needs to queue up a couple more Halberdier. He needs to scatter them around his base. Otherwise, he's too susceptible to raiding. That castle's gonna come down though. That TC is sheltering 15 villagers. A lot of idle villagers for both players, to be honest. 46 idle villagers for Villese right now. 33 for Hera. 167 villagers for the green player. What? 168 villagers for Hera. Approaching 170 villagers. And he loves to do this. Guys. Oh. Onager going forward. Okay, it's been spotted now. It's gonna go down for sure to the Arbalest. The Trebuchets over here are gonna go down potentially to the Cavalier. Let's take a look. I think it's probably gonna happen. Yeah, the Trebuchets are going to go down. We have one conversion coming in. Okay, not gonna go down. We're gonna save one, but one of them went down. Do we have extra Trebuchets coming out? No, we have conscription, but we already have 3 Trebuchets on the field taking the TCs down, and this is very good for Villese. But Hera still, the villager lead, 170 villagers for Hera versus only 97 for Villese. So Blue has been losing villagers for sure. But the eco is in somewhat better shape for Blue still. Somewhat. Light cavalry upgrade coming up. Yeah, and Hera just cannot keep production of Cavalier. He doesn't have the gold income. So that castle should be going down. We have another Trebuchet coming over here. That's one of the 3 that he had forward. And Villese should be able to take this castle from Hera down quite comfortably. 167 villages for Hera. And guys, for anyone who follows Vuvli Official on Twitch, on YouTube, and certainly for all the YouTube audience watching this, I think you might recall a game that I casted. I think it was Hera versus Doubt. I think it was a 5-game series. And yeah, Hera's gonna call the GG. I don't think he was able to pull off the same strat that he pulled against Doubt. So for anyone who follows Vuvli Official on YouTube, you might have seen one of the games between Hera and Doubt, where Hera went for like 176 villagers, I think, 177, something like that. And he got a huge eco, and eventually he managed to steamroll Doubt by making use of Hussars, queuing like 177 Hussars, something like that. It was a ridiculous number. And it worked, but over here it doesn't. You know why? Because Arbalests are very strong, and because Japanese Halberdier don't really allow it. Yeah, just look at this. You cannot fight Japanese Halberdier with Frank light cavalry. You just can't. This is very good for Hera. I mean for Villese, sorry. So now we have the series equalized with a partial score of 1-1. Now let's take a quick look at the achievements before jumping into the next game. There we go. KD 110 to 106 in favor of Villese, or almost 11 to 10. Eco stats better for Hera all over the board. More gold collected for Villese only. Fuel H faster for Hera. Castle H and Imperial H faster for Villese. Taking full advantage of the upgrades as well. Getting the crossbows, getting the Balkan arrow as soon as he hits Castle H, getting Arbalest Bracer as soon as he hits Imperial H. He was only missing probably trebuchets upon hitting Imperial H. He didn't have a castle yet, but going for rams and eventually upgrading those to Cab Ram was pretty good. Getting Halberdier as well. Overall, very well played over there for the blue player. Perfect. Welcome everyone. Third game in the best of 7 series between Hera and Villese for the quarterfinals in MSC. Second game has been quite good. First game was a little bit one-sided. Yeah, this one is probably gonna be a little bit more even. As you can see, this map is Watershed, which is the home map of Villese. If I'm not mistaken, we are seeing Portuguese versus Malians. On top Snaffles, welcome, hello. So yeah, Portuguese versus Malians. Malians for Villese on the right hand side, Portuguese for Hera on the left hand side. So what do we get? For Portuguese, they get 15% cheaper units in terms of gold cost. They get 10% more HP on navy units or boats. They also get access to Feitoria, which is a building that gives you free resources per second, but it takes 20 population space. For Malians, on the other hand, we have buildings that cost 15% less wood. We have +1 pierce armor, bonus pierce armors, barrack units per age starting in fuel age. Then we also have free gold mining and also 80% faster university researches. So yeah, this map, as you can see, you start with 2 solid ground pieces of land, and that is your main base. You have a little bit of gold over there, you don't have a lot of it, anything else. Then around the bases you have the amphibious terrain with small patches of water, small patches of wood as well, and then we have our outer ring of solid ground with gold, with stone, with trees. It's elevated as well, so if you get a castle up here, towers, TCs, whatever, it's going to benefit from the elevation advantage. So yeah, what are we gonna see now? Well, Portuguese get access to fully upgraded Arbalest. They get good navy, of course, which could potentially be taken advantage of here in the amphibious terrain. They get also, being a gunpowder and naval civilization, they get the organ gun, they get all the gunpowder units. For Malians, on the other hand, we get almost fully upgraded Arbalest. They are still missing Bracer. You get fantastic infantry, of course, them being an infantry civilization. Very high pierce armor. In Imperial Age with plate mail armor, I think you get +7 pierce armor, which is pretty good. It's going to be great against Arbalest potentially. Not so sure about organ guns. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. In any case, Portuguese player could potentially go for hand cannoneer, and there's no denying the bonus damage against infantry. So yeah, high pierce armor can be very useful, but it's kind of situational. In terms of cavalry, we have very good cavalry for Malians. We have good cavalry for Portuguese as well, getting access to Cavalier. Fully upgraded Cavalier. For Malians, they also get fully upgraded Cavalier, except that they don't get Blast Furnace. And they also get Farimba. And Farimba camels can be quite threatening as well. So we're gonna see how this one goes. I think both players are gonna have access to a lot of potential units and army compositions, and I'm kind of curious to see what this goes like. Let's see. Alright, Discord. Huh. Oh man. Okay. Let's keep watching the games. You missed my take on the Vietnam pick. How long have you talked about it? We don't have Vietnam here. The only eccentric thing for Villese to do is to go for Fateria. Oh, you mean about the Civ pools? I missed the draft, man. I missed the draft. I'm gonna take a look at after this game. Yeah, I missed the draft and the map pool also. Because I came at the time that the series should have started and they were already in, so kind of had to rush everything. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So Vietnamese, well, they do get more HP on the archers. They get access to elephants, fully upgraded elephants. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna take a look at the map pool after this game, and we're gonna update the seed drafts and everything. And we're gonna see what we can come up with. Let's see if we can make sense of it. Anyway, fuel H has been reached for Villese, going for a tower over here. I'm not a huge fan of this tower. I think it's good. I think he's not gonna get a villager. But actually, the more that I see this, the better it looks. Yeah, because we have both lumber camps over here, as opposed to Hera dividing the lumber camps to other places. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to easily migrate the villagers. So this is actually not bad, actually. Yeah, this is good. Oh, sniping the villager. Very good snipe over there. Villese with the score lead, going for the towers. And what else are we gonna see over here? Because we need to see something else. Towers is not gonna be the only thing, right? Where is he taking stone from? Or no, he's not taking any stone. He's at 75 stone count right now, which means that he started at 200. He is 125. No extra stone income yet. Good army control. A couple of scouts over there, so we're gonna see scouts from both players, maybe? No, we only have the original scout over here for Hera. Good army control once again. But it seems like this is taking a toll on Villese's eco a little bit, as he's probably idling the TC while he tries to micro his army. There's already one villager behind, and it seems like he's gonna be two villagers behind. Villese is not giving villagers at all. He's housed now. Oh man, this is not good. Defensive tower coming up for Hera over here. He's not taking any stones. Actually he is. Wait a moment. No, Hera's not taking any stone. Villese is taking stone. So that tower is not going to get denied. But we could potentially see a tower coming up here for Villese, although it's a very hard spot to get to. He needs to go through the entirety of Hera's base. Yeah, the cheaper bonus affects towers too. Every building is gonna cost 15% less wood. So it doesn't affect the stone cost, of course, but it does the wood. He is taking stone, which is why the stone count is higher than 75. So it's gonna be boats for Hera, scouts, a couple of fire galleys over here for Villese. Going for a dock over here. The disrespect move. Invading Hera's pond, taking his fish. Defending this with the tower, taking the stone over there, pretty good. Should be able to go for a tower potentially over here. Oh, let's take a look at that now. The fishing ships are gonna start taking the fish over here. But yeah, Hera realizes about the tower. He knows this is not a good spot to go fish. He's gonna have to go over here. Does he know about that even? He knows. But yeah, what do we have over here? Nothing. Just taking the rhino. Additional dock coming up for Hera, who is at 2 extra villagers. 1 extra villager right now. Population dead even for both. This is solid defense from Hera. And remember that this is the home map of Villese. So I don't know what the plan is right now, but he seems to be probably struggling a little bit more than I would have liked to see. Let's see if he can defend the boats with the towers. Or with the tower, the single one. He's gonna need to repair this though. Bring a villager out, potentially. Yeah, you would probably want to see the player who's playing his current home map to have an advantage. That's sloppy. That's just plain sloppy. Fishing ship going down as well. Demo raft. And Hera's chilling right now. Kind of an underwhelming shot. The tower was good for Villese. Yeah, I thought it was not so good at the beginning, but the more you see it in action, the more I like it. Oh, rip scout. But he is behind the military. In navy at least. We have 7 units over here for Hera. 2 extra units coming out. A galley over here. What else? Another galley somewhere else. Fortunately for Villese, these fire galleys are not gonna have enough range to actually harass villagers in the mainland, so he can just leave the house die, it's okay. But he's kind of struggling to do damage. After that early tower, he's been kind of struggling to do enough damage. Hera's going up to Castle H right now. Villese is going for Wheelbarrow. Arguably, he's gonna have enough resources to go up to Castle H when he finishes researching Wheelbarrow. But yeah, he's not in the spot that I was kind of hoping for. This being his home map. I kind of wonder what the long-term strategy is going to be like, because we have a lot of boats over here for Portuguese. Cheaper ships, stronger ships as well, 10% more HP. I wonder if Hera's going to go for caravels in Castle H or not. So far the game is kind of stalemate. There's not a whole lot going on anywhere. How did that KD become so horrible? Hera's been taking good trades. He's been taking the boat. He's been taking the scouts as well. And Castle H is going to be reached for Hera, and Villese is going to have enough to go up now, but he's going to be behind for a good time. Yeah, this is how the KD goes south. Losing the fishing ships. Getting villagers harassed. And you just can't fight Portuguese on water like this. Mahali and Sorso are not very good on water. They don't get shipwright. Portuguese don't either, but they get cheaper ships. And tankier ships. Castle H coming out for Villese now. Second TC coming out for Hera. We're gonna take a look at that after he finishes cleaning this up. Good micro over here as well. Good stuff. This is very solid army control for Hera. Demolition raft coming here a little bit too late. Second TC coming up by the gold. Stone miners are well protected, so we're gonna see a castle coming up soon. We already have 400 stone for the green player. Yeah, now the galleys are going to be an issue. War Galley upgrade finishes researching. Balkinaro coming up as well. Oh, villagers going down. Now with Balkinaro we have 8 ranged war galleys that can harass the villagers on the gold over here. He's got all 7 damage as well. So yeah, this is looking very solid for Hera. Villese is really struggling right now. He just lost the forward. Yeah, single fire ship over there. Fire galley at this point, not even fire ship. You know what I'd like to do? You know what I'd like to see actually? I would like to see some pikemen coming out from Villese. Not only do pikemen get bonus damage against ships, but also the high pierce armor would work very well in this situation. Of course, it's not a very good unit to raid with, but would be fun to see, regardless. Already finished the stone. He already has enough to go for a castle, and Villese is gonna go for 2 TCs on the back. He's right now almost 20 villagers behind. Siege Workshop coming forward, interesting. Siege for Malians. It's okay, they do get siege onagers. But they don't get siege engineers. Castle coming up. Yeah, the castle is good. It's going to go up for sure. Doesn't even need the gate. Good stuff. Hera. Yeah, Hera's sitting pretty right now. Just chilling. You could potentially just boom if you wanted to. I would like to see a 30C coming up for Villese here on the back. Potentially try to get back into the game. But he's gonna get pushed away from the middle. The war galleys, there's nothing for the Malians to contest the war galleys with. Hera's also doing a good job spreading his units around. And I think the only way now for Villese to reach Hera's eco is trying to go around the map like this. But Hera's got line of sight of the galleys. He's got the TCs, got the castles. I just don't see a way back into the game for Villese. No organ guns coming up yet. 22 extra eco units for Hera. This is kind of bad though. Maybe, I don't know man, I think probably the only way for him to come back is try to push for faster Imperial Age, let Hera boom. Try to push for faster Imperial Age, get a castle up, trebuchets. Use Cavalier maybe. But war galleys, they have high mobility as well, so they can kite Cavalier potentially. If in high enough numbers and using choke points. Natural choke points such as this or this. You should also be able to defend. But I don't know man. Villese's situation right now is super dire. As you can see, not a lot going on, but at the same time, Hera's in complete control. Alright, so Siege and Monks. You're gonna have Siege and Monks for Hera as well. As a matter of fact, Malians and Portuguese, they get the exact same monastery upgrades, which is all the monastery upgrades except for Illumination. So it's going to be the exact same monks for both. Siege is... oh, there we go, the organ gun's coming up now. And Siege is probably going to be in favor of Hera, I think. His army composition is going to be a little bit more versatile, getting organ guns and potentially mangonels out. So it's going to be a more diverse army, a more flexible army as well. .30C coming up for Villese over there. Trying to micro this, paying attention, but he took a full shot. Fortunately, didn't lose the Magno, but now this is a very precarious spot for Villese. GG has been called. There's just nothing to do. He tried to do something, anything, but it was not enough. And Magnets, of course, were not going to do anything against the castle. So pushing after here, going towards the castle, he wasn't going to be able to do anything. He was just going to get destroyed. So yeah. G to the G. That's going to put the score right now 2-1 in favor of the Canadian Wonder Kid. And let's take a quick look at the achievements before we jump into the fourth one. So what is your prediction for the final score in the series? I think probably 4-1 is realistic. I think 4-2 is a little bit more likely. And I think that 4-3 could happen for either player. I think that potential is over there for Villese, but so far in the first and the second game, Hera has been showing superiority quite a bit. So let's see, military units, or KV actually, 31-13. Wood, stone and gold collected higher for Hera, more food for Villese. Technology stats higher, faster castle age time for Hera, more... actually faster, yeah, field age time for Villese. More villagers for Hera, more army as well, more of everything. 4-2 Villese. It could happen, man, it could happen. Villese has been playing very well. Alright, welcome everyone. This is the fourth game in the best of 7 series between Hera and Villese. We have Incas and Aztecs in Sunderbands. So what do we have for these civs? Right off the bat, Hera's gonna take the Rhino from Villese. Villese was trying to do the same, but he was not lucky enough to find them. He's gonna try to find them now. Oh, so that's what it means. Sunder beautiful and ban forest in Indy. So beautiful forest. Nice. Let's see, okay, Villese is gonna have to take this one. Yeah, because Hera's paying attention to this. At the very least, he's gonna take the turkeys. Both civilizations, being American civilizations, are very easy to lame with. And right now, I think Villese is gonna get spotted. Yeah, this is not looking good, man. At all. This is not looking good. Now the Eagle Scout is going to get targeted. Yeah, both players are gonna need to pay attention here a lot. So we might see a villager dying at some point or something. Well, Hera's taking his Rhino. We already took one over here for Villese. And the hit, man! This Eagle is one hit. Good stuff, he was able to get it. I think if Hera just targeted the Eagle Scout, he probably would have been able to kill it. But I don't know. Anyway. The turkeys have not been found by Villese yet. He's trying to regain some HP. Healing the Eagle Scout inside the TC. But he's gonna need that. So we had a counter lane. We had a lame situation for both players. Only one of the turkeys... oh, actually, 3 turkeys are coming back from Hera's base over to Villese's town. He needs to find these. If he finds these, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be with an advantage. Oh, Hera's gonna take 2 of Vilese's turkeys. So it's the same situation for both. Yeah, we need to find these. It's very necessary for Villese. But anyway, what do we have for these ships? Aztecs, well, they can carry +5 resources. The villagers can carry 5 extra resources. They also start with +50 gold. They get military units that train 18% faster, except for monks, and monks get +5 HP for every monastery research tech. Villese, on the other hand, playing Incas. Well, Inca villagers, they can get benefited by the blacksmith upgrades. Melee blacksmith upgrades, they affect villagers. Buildings cost -15% stone, or they cost 15% less stone, rather. Houses can shelter +10 population, rather than just 5. I think that's it. I wonder if I'm missing something or not. PLH coming up now for both players. So you would expect the Inca player to get some towers up because of the buildings costing 15% less stone. Well, let's see the quick walls over here. Alright. Okay. That house is gonna go down eventually. Oh, just in time. 4 militias here. Oh, very good engagement over here. Going in favor of Villese now. He's got the HP advantage. Minotaurus upgrade coming up for Hera. Oh, but he's finding the turkeys finally. That is great. That is great. He needs to take those back. Oh, the llama, the llama. Don't forget the llama. That is true. They start with an extra. Yeah, they start with the llama, with the free llama. Archer range already coming up for Hera. Now, Aztecs get good archers, but Inca archers are better. They get fully upgraded arbalists, while Aztecs arbalists, they are lacking ring archer armor. They are lacking thumb ring as well. So yeah, the army composition in theory should be better for Villese over here. Now let's see if he can make good use of this. Oh, he had to delete the mail over there to save the villager. Villese going for the Minotaur's upgrade. Cannot really walk under the TC. Could potentially go over here, but already we have some archers out for Hera. No fletching just yet. We don't have a blacksmith either. Let's take a look over here. Blacksmith coming up and a good tower placement over there for Hera. Forcing Villese to go for an extra lumber camp over here. So we have the archers. The Minotaurus, we have archers over here for Villese as well. HP pulling advantage of Villese. Don't have fletching yet for either player. Alright, so in the end Villese's army was superior over there. Fletching coming up for Hera, double bit axe coming up for Villese. So wood eco is going to be stronger for blue, but we're gonna have stronger archers for green. As long as Villese doesn't engage here unnecessarily, yeah, he should have enough time to go for fletching himself. We need the blacksmith though, he doesn't have one, he's going for one right now, but oh, that villager is going to get pushed away I think by the archers. Yeah, this is not good I think. Oh, the blacksmith's gonna go up in the end. Fletching coming up, horse collar coming up for Villese. So his eco is going to be stronger for sure. He's gonna get horse collar, now he's getting fletching. He should not try to engage against fletching archers. Well, he doesn't have it yet. Now only one archer left for him. And Hera's gonna start doing damage. We have 6 archers over here with fletching. Can potentially take villagers. So we need some skirmishers here, which is unfortunate because Villese should have the advantage. He should have more archers. He just needed to wait a little bit to engage. He needed only like 1 skirmisher and just to save the archers that he had, and he should have been able to be fine here. Now we have 3 skirmishers over here, which is good. We have a Needle Scout from Hera, which is going to be fantastic against skirmishers. So we need more archers now. We need potentially a second archer range. Now Hera with more wood available to him, already researching padded archer armor, which is going to be fantastic. Not going to be so good against skirmishers, but it's going to be fantastic against fletching enabled archers. Scale mail armor! Is it going to be full fuel? Now keep in mind, Villese already with double bit axe and horse collar, with 2 extra villagers. So Hera's gonna fall behind in eco. He should be falling behind. But he's gonna get wheelbarrow right now. And yeah, this is the dance of death. You go full zoom on archers. Do they have ponytails like you? I think so, yeah. Yeah, they do. Interesting. Do they? It kind of looks like they do. I'm not really sure. It's too low resolution to tell. But it... I don't know. I think it's probably just the band. Yeah, I think it's only the arrows. The arrows bag or case or whatever. But it certainly looks like a ponytail from afar. So eco right now looking a little bit better for the Aztec player. Getting wheelbarrow is gonna compensate for not getting double bit axe or horse collar. Also +5 carrying capacity for villagers is super good. So we have the upgrades for Villese, but we have the natural advantage for the Aztecs player. Karkan! Okay, thank you. Did not know the word for that. Castle Age coming up for Hera, Market coming up for Villese. You gotta keep in mind as well that the archers, they don't have the tiny trees mod. So they actually have to calculate what the villagers are from the other side of the trees. So that's some good vision if you ask me. Considering that the trees are like 5 times taller than the archers. And super leafy. These trees in particular. Barracks coming out, so we're gonna see Eagle Warriors. Or we're gonna see Slingers coming out from Hera. Because both players can go for Eagle Warriors, right? We have some Eagle Scouts coming out for Villese. We have the second barracks coming up as well. We're gonna have the exact same build, except that Hera has 2 archer ranges. Only 1 for Villese. Now it's the time where we try to decipher whether they have a ponytail or not. They don't. Yeah, they don't. It's only the arrow bag. Quiver! Okay. The quiver. There we go. Castle Age has been reached, so we're gonna see Eagle Warrior upgrade coming up. Crossbowman, Balking Arrow as well. Castle Age only halfway there for Villese. Can he hold on enough? Ezekiel is very exposed. This should be going down. Forging coming up for Villese. Very good army positioning over there for Hera. Sniping a villager. I'm being super annoying over here. I'm not really sure if he's got the units, actually. Does he have enough? He has 9 Eagle Scouts. Balking Arrow coming up, Elite Skirmisher. I will probably try to prioritize the Eagle Warrior upgrade. He's got the numbers, so he should be able to clean that up. But this is incredibly annoying. That crossbow is pretty much one hit. Eagle Warrior coming up for Hera, and this is gonna be awful, man. Villese needs that upgrade right now. Alright, there we go. Elite Skirmishers already here. So we need to debate the archer fire with the scouts, with the Eagle Scouts. And we need to snipe them with the Elite Skirmishers. But we have Eagle Warriors over here with high pierce armor. We have already scale mill armor. And yeah, this is gonna go in favor of Hera 100%. There we go, Eagle Warrior has been researched for Villese right now. Scale mail armor only for both players, chain mail armor coming out for Hera. The archer has died somehow. And yeah, Villese is still holding on. But chainmail armor is going to make a huge difference. Eagle Warriors with only scale mail armor are going to go down to crossbows a lot faster than... Yeah, Eagle Warriors with chainmail armor are going to go down to skirmishers. Let's see. Squire's coming up, Town Watch as well. Mangonel out. Mangonel should be going down potentially. Castle coming up. Oh man, this is looking so GG right now. I completely missed Hera taking the stone. That's also a very cheap castle. Chainmail armor coming up, but he's taking free damage over here already. And yeah, this is looking very good for Hera. He's idling a lot of the eco for Villese, who is just getting... He's just getting wrecked over here. That castle is gonna push Villese away from the only goal that he has access to right now. Could potentially go for this one or this one, but that's going to leave his units exposed to army, military pressure. Wouldn't Scares and Slingers be a better combination? Can only focus archers up. Scares and Slingers? I don't think so. I think the Slingers are very susceptible to archer fire. So while they try to take care of the eagles, they get destroyed by crossbows. Very well played by Hera though. Looked kind of even up until Castle Age, but then it was kind of one-sided. Alright, so score so far, 3-1 in favor of the Canadian player. Let's take a quick look at the achievements. KD looking very good for Hera, 3-2, largest army. larger for him as well, 7 extra units. Food, wood, stone, and gold collection higher for Hera. Fuel H, Castle H time faster for him. Map explored, about the same for both. And yeah, man, 1 total castle, that was enough. More villagers for Villese, but his working time was not the best. Eco efficiency was kinda bad. Or do we go? Oh, capture H is crashing. Alright. Just a quick moment, I'm gonna restart this. Meanwhile, we can take a look at the game as is. So yeah, it's Slavs and Spanish. Okay. Not saving Spanish for Arena. I'm gonna go all in. You either win or you lose. Alright, there we go. Capture H is working right now. Slavs and Spanish. Well, Slavs are very good with some fantastic siege, very good infantry as well with some blast radius, splash damage. Villese on the other hand, playing Spanish, he's gonna be a predominantly cavalry oriented civ. He can potentially go for conquistadors, which he's gonna try to do by building castles right now. So he needs to counter the infantry from the Slav player. He's trying to get the villagers right now with the paladin, I think. And I think he might be able to, because actually the DCs are not up yet for Hera. Oh! Villese, man! Villese, there's only 7 villagers for Hera. He could have... Oh, he could have taken 3 over here. That would hurt Hera's ability to keep producing units and villagers so much. Okay, he got a villager over here who was going for a TC. He got the villagers over there as well. Now we only have 7 villagers for Hera still. Yeah, he's gonna try to get the siege. Heavy demolition ships up for Villese as well. We have 5 TCs coming up for Hera. Villager count already higher for Villese, with 2 TCs already up, 3rd TC coming up right now, 4th TC is coming up as well. 3rd castle. Actually, the 5th castle we already have 2, and there is the 3rd one, the 4th one. And there we go, conquistadors. Conquistadors are gonna die though to the heavy scorpions. Let's see. Oh, bombard cannons, or actually cannon galleon. I did not think of this, but this is actually not a bad unit choice at all. So Spanish, one of the civ bonuses they get is cannon galleons. They shoot faster projectiles with ballistics, and they deal a lot of damage, 45 as you can see. They also have bonus damage against buildings, so this is going to be very good. The heavy demolition ships are working wonders over here, and the bombard cannons, they need to be taken care of. Or the cannon galleons, sorry, they need to be protected because they are going to go down to halberdier who get bonus damage against ships. So conquistadors for sure are necessary to defend this. So you could have like cannon galleons forward. You could have conquistadors in the back defending the cannon galleons from halberdier. 16 cannon galleons right now out for Villese. It's not a lot. You should be able to take the trebuchets though. Good demolition ship shot over there. Oh, but now we have the siege rams going forward. So let's see what's the situation right now. We have extra villagers for Villese. We have a lot more army for Hera. The gold value in Villese's army is so high, but it also means that he is running out of gold. extremely fast. So that is why he is not going aggressive. He's just trying to hold on and defend over here because he cannot afford to keep producing more units. At this point, Villese is going for 57 villagers. Only Halberdier, he only has 2 conquistadors right now. He's queuing 20 hussars, which are good. And he needs to wait until his eco starts to kick in. Because he needs the gold, this is very good. He needs a mining camp over here. Potentially another one over here, maybe if he wants to maximize the efficiency. All this is looking pretty good. Let's see, we have trebuchets, we have demolition ships. Gold income right now for Villese is 600 per minute, so it's not high. Actually 400 per minute, so it's not very high. 700 for Hera. Demolition shots, they are not very good because they are taking trash units. We have some raiding attempts going on over here, and the GG has been called for some reason out of the blue. What? What? What happened? LOL? What? Yeah, welcome to the 6th game in the best of 7 series between Hera and Villese. 5th game went in favor of Villese. I was kind of confused, but it turns out that Hera was the one resigning. Villese was the one saying GG. But yeah. Other than that, let's get straight into the game. So Saunders, you have seen this one in the tournament already. We have 2 solid ground patches of land where your TC begins or appears at the beginning of the game. Then we have a middle area with amphibious terrain. Then we have an outer ring with pure water. So this is all kind of common. You could say that this is kind of like a necropolis, but with the outer water and the amphibious terrain in the middle. But you also have this sand terrain. This sand terrain is walkable but also sailable. So you're gonna see boats going up hills on the sand. It's going to be kind of fun. I always enjoy seeing that because it just looks so fun. Anyway, Mongols and Malay. Mongols for Villese, who's playing in the southwest. Malay for Hera, who is playing in the northeast. And Mongols, what do they get? 50% faster working hunters, 30% more HP on light cavalry and hussars, 20% faster shooting cavalry archers. Malay, on the other hand, get 30% cheaper elephants, 33% cheaper fish traps that provide unlimited food. They get 80% faster age research time, twice the line of sight on docks, and Mongols get +2 line of sight on scouts. In terms of army compositions, Malay getting access to cheap elephants is going to be good, potentially as a meat shield. Because of the cheap elephants, they are also the only elephant civilization to get access to Heresy, which is the upgrade that kills your units before they get converted, so you don't have to do it manually. They get access to fully upgraded Arbalest. They get access to Karambit, which are cheap infantry units, good for raiding. If you mass them up, they can be good against other infantry units as well. They are kind of weak, but they only take half population space. They are also very cheap. Mongols. Also Malay get access to Thalassocracy, which is the unique Castle Age upgrade that turns your docks into harbors, which shoot arrows. So that's very good for map control. Potentially, we could see a couple of harbors around, potentially in the middle. That'd help Hera secure the map. For Mongols, on the other hand, let's see. For Mongols, yeah, they get also access to Arbalest, although they are not fully upgraded. In Imperial Age, late Imperial Age, Mongols are a powerhouse. Very, very hard to stop with access to elite Mangudai. They are a very expensive unit to get to, but if you get there, it's super, super hard to stop. They get bonus damage against siege, so you cannot really use rams to soak the damage. You cannot really reliably rely on trebuchets because they can get sniped by Mangudai as well. And the tankier cavalry units, the light cavalry and the hussars, are also a very good supplementary unit for Mongols. On water, I believe they get everything. I think they get heavy demolition ship. I think they get fast fire ship. Galleon, of course. But they don't get heavy cannon, elite cannon galleon. They only get cannon galleon. Malay do get elite cannon galleon. They get better navy, of course. Although they are missing the heavy demolition ship, they only get demos. Regular demo ships. It's very likely that we're going to see a combination of water and land units over here, but I think it's probably going to be mainly water units. If you have seen Doubt versus the Viper yesterday, then that could be a good indication of what we're going to see, because it was a very similar matchup. Reliably rely. A lot of fishing already going on for Hera. Villese on the other hand, 2 dogs. But he's so behind, man. Look at that. 10 extra eco units for Hera right now. 29 villagers and fishing ships combined. Going up to fuel age. Villese is already in fuel age, which is good. He's not relying on fishing so much because of the hunting bonus. But I had to wonder what the plan is right now. He's in fuel age, alright, but what is gonna do? Hera's going up with 29 eco units. He could potentially afford to go up to castle age very soon after that. And Villese doesn't really have a whole lot here. He's gonna lose the scout over here, almost. And yeah, there we go. Fuel age has been reached for Hera. He's in a great position, man. 700 food, 95 gold, 150 gold actually. If he just sells the wood, goes for another villager, he might be able to just click out to castle age. What is Villese gonna do on the other hand? He's gonna send fire galleys forward. He could potentially do some good damage to the fishing ships over here. But man, I don't know about this. Also, Malay going up so fast means that you can go up with extra villagers, so you don't have to keep the TC researching the ages as long. Ah, that's going in favor of Villese. Alright, so this is the first thing in favor of Villese that we are seeing right now. Archer range coming up. Gonna see archers, potentially a blacksmith, and we are gonna get very close to clicking up. He already almost has the resources. 790 food, 260. Okay, there we go. Castle age coming up. Where's the other few? Oh, the blacksmith over there. Okay, perfect. He's going up already. And going up incredibly fast. Remember, Malay, 80% faster age research. What is gonna be the plan though? Villese is gonna catch up in villager count. Then he's gonna fall behind once again when he tries to go up to castle age. But the game seems to be going heavily in favor of Hera right now. It's looking good. All the fishing ships are going to go down. Do we have extra fishing ships coming out for Villese? We do. 2 extra fishing ships queued up already. Flood chain coming out for both players. have a couple of archers over here. That's gonna be 3 archers only. Crossbows could potentially destroy one of the units because of the low pierce armor. But yeah, you need the numbers. And right now, Villese with 36 eco units is getting ahead in economy. Might be able to click up very soon as well. What is the plan right now for the Finnish player? Taking the food over here. Archers going forward. These are not gonna get upgraded to crossbows just yet. Well, the water is going in favor of Villese. In any case, we have fire ship coming out here, but Hera, oh, he needs to keep those fishing ships away, man. 3 archers, that shouldn't be a big issue. That scout's only 1 HP, but we have the galleys over here. Score lead for Villese right now, and I don't really know what Hera's plan was. He got ahead super fast with 10 extra villagers and fishing ships combined. But then he kind of fell flat. He's going for a couple of archers, but these are not... what is the plan? He is in castle, trying to boom. He got the second TC up, horse collar coming up. He didn't get crossbow. He didn't get war galley. He was just sitting there in Castle Edge with a single TC for a long while. He got the second one now, but he's going to lose all the archers. Castle Edge is coming up for Villese right now, who is with 2 extra villagers. And resources for crossbows, yeah. I don't know what the plan is. He lost all the fishing ships, he lost all the archers. He's with the same villager count, but we should see more fishing ships coming out from Villese. He's probably just gonna stick with this. 6 is probably enough for his purposes right now. A couple extra over here as well. So we have the galleys. Those are gonna become war galleys in Castle Edge, and Hera's gonna try to boom. So this is the time for Villese to go hyper aggro and punish the greed, because we don't have a lot of military units from Hera. As a matter of fact, he's producing from a single archery range. Is he gonna get a 30C up at some point? He doesn't have the resources yet. To be honest, he doesn't have a lot of resources for anything, to be honest. Did I just say to be honest twice in a row? Anyway, this is not looking bad for Villese after all. Another archery range coming up, and it's going to be full crossbows for the green player and full navy for the yellow player. We're gonna need a meat shield. Once again, for Mongols, 30% more HP on light cavalry could be a very good bonus to make use of. In this situation, if Hera gets a bunch of crossbows and gets ballistics, then the war galleys can potentially go down super easy. Wheelbarrow coming up for Hera, Balkan Arrow, Bowsaw, War Galley, and Tunnel Watch coming up for Villese. A bunch of upgrades. Wheelbarrow for Hera, yeah. Let's see. To be honest, I think you did. I did. Oops. I said it again. Second to see, coming up in the middle for Villese, going out with a single villager. Okay, 4 extra villagers over there. He's gonna start taking the map control. And I want to believe, man, I want to believe in the 7th game. I want to believe in the 7th game happening. Crossbow upgrade finally hitting over here for the green player. Wheelbarrow about to finish researching Loom right now, finally. Just in time to prevent the villagers from going down to the war galleys. With Balkan Arrow, these units are going to have 7 attack, the same as the crossbows. We have 8 range though, as opposed to only 7 for the crossbows. Well, let's see. Yeah, those units should be going down. For sure. Just the HP is so much higher for the war galley. Bowsaw coming up for Hera. Horse Collar coming up for Villese. Right hand side. In complete possession of Villese. Left hand side. In complete possession of Villese. And why is the Malay player not making use of the Civ type? I mean, they are a naval civilization. They should be dominating here. I'm kind of puzzled by Hera's plan over here. Trying to go for archers, but he's getting pushed away from the water. Yeah, it's kind of puzzling right now for me. We need ballistics as well for both players. 30C coming up here in the middle for Hera. Let's see if Villese can spot that. I would say he kind of needed to patrol a little bit in the middle with the unit. He had a couple of units here idled. I would rather patrol with them, so he would be able to snipe all the villagers over here. Now hit advantage over there for the crossbows. Very good for Hera. Villese still with the score lead, mostly by KD and superior army value, I think. Let's see. Yeah. 1600 gold invested into the boats. Imperial Age coming up for Villese though. The second TC or the third TC is going to be up. We have a university coming up for ballistics as well. And man, Imperial Age is going to be so good for Villese. So he can go for Galleon, but he can also go for chemistry and cannon Galleon. I don't think he's gonna try to push for fully upgraded Mangudai at this point. His eco is just not large enough. He's going to spot this. And with the range of the war galleys, he could potentially take the TC down. At the very least, he can idle all the villagers. He should be able to keep the TC idle. He only needs to bring back these. He knows already he's not going to be able to clean up the crossbows, especially with the Monk over there resetting the HP. So going over here and keeping the TC idle would be a little bit more worthy, in my opinion. He even lost the war galley over there. Pretty sloppy. A lot of stone miners for Hera. Gonna try to push for a castle at some point. Getting pop capped at 100, actually getting housed at the 100 population. Ballistics coming up, thumb ring, careening coming up for Villese. And yeah, now with ballistics, both players with ballistics, Villese needs to rely on the longer range and Hera needs to rely on the numbers. He needs to close the gap. Oh, but this is sloppy, man. This is sloppy. He needs to get away from the crossbows. Try to kite back from a longer distance. Alright, Mangonel's getting some, yeah, it's having some sort of pathing issues. Going around the wool line instead of going through there. But yeah, this is gonna go in favor of Hera. Villese is now in Imperial Age. He doesn't have yet the resources to go for a castle. If he went for a castle over here, he would effectively push Hera away from the middle. But let's see. That Mangonel is finally gonna start targeting the TC now. War galleys gonna start taking the TC down as well. We have defensive Mangonel over there, 2 archer ranges up here, and this is a very awkward spot for both players. Villese is not paying attention. He's going to go for the castle over there. I would probably try to place it a little bit more aggressively here. But it's good. It's good. It's still going to push all the villagers away from that TC. We have 2 archer ranges up. Third one is not going to go up. But we're going to see a lot of crossbows against Galleon, potentially. There we go. Galleon. So 3 TCs for Hera, who is right now with 14 extra villagers. We have about the same amount of army for both. That castle is going to be very important. I would really have liked to see the castle going up over here though. Would have been great. Now the TC is going to go down. Villese can effectively push forward now and take all the villagers from Hera. Harassing the villagers over here. 36 idle villagers for Hera. 36 idols. Now the green player is kind of torn and he's got to split his army, or he's got to choose where to defend. Does he defend here? Does he defend forward? That TC is going to go down, man. Right now. Cherry shit's coming out. You have a market coming out for Hera. And the game looks pretty even. 12 extra population for Hera right now, 10 extra villagers, but 10 extra idle villagers as well. That TC has gone down. And Hera is gonna have enough resources to go for his own castle very soon. Very good army positioning over here for the blue player. He's gonna have to walk away from the monk though, otherwise he might get converted. Arbalists are going to be very dangerous, but we don't have enough range. We have 10 range versus 9 range. So this is still in favor of Villese for sure. But I would love to see chemistry. I would love to see Cannon Galleon coming out from the Mongol player. Villagers going down over here as well. And Hera. This is so good, man. Because we have ballistics for both players, and Hera's gotta choose what does he do with his army. At the very least now he's gonna be able to... Hera's gonna call the GG! What? Why? Because of getting this trip down? I don't think it was GG at all. I am kind of puzzled here again. That was an incredibly close game. I don't think it was over. He still had a larger eco. He had a good amount of Arbalist. And he was actually taking a proper fight against the Galleon. Man, I don't know. I think he... I really believe Hera thought that he was a lot further behind than he actually was. I don't know, man, but GG, well played, congratulations to Villese. He managed to turn the series around. Or actually, at least he's equalizing the series right now with a partial score of 3-3, and we are moving over to the 7th game. Just judging by how Hera has been calling the GGs, it really sounds like he's getting frustrated to me. It really sounds to me like it's a little bit of not the right mind state to be in a tournament. So I think he's probably struggling with that a little bit, and I think that's going to have a big impact in the 7th game. So even though Villese is going to have to use Vietnamese, I think the game is not going to be as one-sided as you would expect. Anyway, let's go back. Alright. Welcome everyone. This is surprisingly the 7th game in the best of 7 series between Villese and Hera. Final game is going to be played in Mangrove Arena. And as you might have seen already, this is like a variation of arena with the amphibious terrain in the middle, and it's only your base that is solid ground. So boats cannot walk in here. Actually, boats cannot sail on land, but yeah, you can have boat units, you can have land and water units in the middle, and this is gonna be interesting. Vietnamese versus Britons. Come back. Imagine if Villese is through. Already 2 big names have been debated. I don't know. I really like the series between Villese and the Viper. And this one is going super well. I do feel like the games were kind of weird though. It was like both players were struggling all the time. That's how it felt to me. It's like no one really had a clear edge ever. Except for Hera in the first game, that was pretty one-sided. It feels to me like really both players are struggling right now. But I don't know. Anyway, so for Vietnamese, we get 20% more HP on their archers. They get free conscription. And they know where the opponent's TC is at the start of the game. Not that relevant here in Arena, but yeah, he knows where to scout the walls at least. For Hera on the other hand, playing Britons, they get faster working foragers. They get more range on foot archers in Castle Age and Imperial Age. They also get cheaper TCs, so it's very good for them to boom in Castle Age. And let's see if Hera makes use of that or not. I would say he's probably gonna use that. I think he's probably gonna go for like 4 or 5 TCs. Try to push for Imperial Age, get the longbows out or arbalest, get yeomen. Try to get those sweet long range archers. Vietnamese, what do they have on the other hand? Fully upgraded arbalists, of course. They don't have as much range, but they have more HP. So it's gonna be a matter of whether you can micro to make good use of the range or not. Rattan archers, they are high mobility though, they are very quick. So that might play a role against the longer range longbows or Briton arbalists. If you can close the gap, then the HP advantage is going to play a more important role than having extra range, right? If you cannot abuse the range. Other than that, cavalry is pretty bad for Britons. Vietnamese on the other hand get good elephants. For siege, it's not the best for either player. For navy, Britons are good. They get, I believe they get fast fire ship, heavy demolition ship and galleon. I think they only get cannon galleon though, not the lead. But I don't think we're gonna see a lot of that. Yeah, it's gonna be a stalemate game until we get up to Castle Age at the very least. Going archers as Britons versus Vietnamese is outright insane. Yeah, I would say potentially combining your army with a couple of elephants to act as a meat shield and then closing the gap would be very good for Vietnamese. Werewolf wins all the tribe wars though. That is true. That is true. That's also gonna be important. We see probably Rattan archers versus longbows, then it should be going in favor. I mean, the castle war and the tribe war should be going in favor of the Breton player. And yeah, you can potentially use the castles as a zoning tool, and then you can probably take advantage of the longer range. But I don't know. To be honest, I'm not very experienced. Yeah, I'm not very experienced in arena, much less Mangrove Arena, which also throws another set of units into the mix, right? The naval units. So you could see a variety of things. In any case, I'm curious to see what they go for. I have been surprised by their choices more than one time during this tournament. Vietnamese has bombard cannons. Ah, that's true. Let's see. Fuel H already about to hit for Villese. Hera going up to Fuel H a little bit later, but with 5 extra eco units. What do you call them? Combination of villagers and fishing ships. I call them eco units, but you could potentially call them a variety of things. Oh, tower coming up. Okay. Oh, I'm not really sure if that house is gonna be there on time. Oh, it's not. It's not. The house is going to go down. Should be going down. Is it going to go down? Got the villager. No, the house is not going to go down. Good stop over there. So Vilese's strategy right now, he was trying to break through, he was trying to get inside by garrisoning on the other side of the wall. But going for towers over here is still good because he's going to zone the fishing ships from Hera away from this forward area, so he's gonna have to bring them back here, which means that if he wants to keep fishing effectively, he's gonna have to build another dock, which is more expensive for Hera, who is already going for a market and blacksmith. So we have fast castle built for Hera, working out quite well for him. Villese is kind of trying to break through here. But I'm not really sure if he's gonna be able to. We have a lot of stone coming out for Hera. So we're gonna see a castle very soon. Castle Age coming up for Hera. And then he's gonna be able to go for a castle. The castle is gonna put a stop to the tower push. So the best thing that could happen to Villese right now, in my opinion, is breaking through, trying to build a tower here, and forcing towers up for Hera. That is the only way that he is going to be able to delay the castle. Yeah, there we go. He is already forcing one tower, so that's going to delay Hera's castle a little bit. Only 3 stone miners. But Villese is failing to do enough damage, man. He doesn't have resources to go up himself. Oh, good tower over here. He's forcing the towers. This is a very good play. Walls are at 800, 900 actually. Until you hit Castle Age, then they are 1800. There we go. So it's the usual HP. It's not like arena. Or arena, actually. Sorry. Good tower over there. Gonna defend. Good tower over here. Gonna defend as well. So Hera's definitely still gonna be able to afford a castle, but not right away. He's gonna have to wait a little bit. That's 8 villagers in stone though. Where's he gonna place it? Could potentially place it over here to defend the stone, keep taking stone. Or he could place it over here, which I think would be a better idea. Town center coming up. So no castles. Alright. As a matter of fact, he's only have enough resources to go for 4 TCs. Third one's over there. He doesn't have the wood to go for the 4th one, but he's got the stone. Still taking quite heavily from it, so he's gonna be able to go for a castle soon. He can just boom, yeah. He's ahead. So Villese is gonna be in troubles right now. Going up to Castle Age. He's gonna hit Castle Age with about the same villagers than Hera, but Hera is gonna have already TCs up, which Villese is not gonna have. So he's not gonna be able to catch up in booming, which means that he's gonna have to go aggressive. And what is he gonna do? That is what I want to see. He's gonna have to be aggro. Villese with 400, or actually almost 500 stone. Gonna have enough for a castle of his own, potentially. That's a lot of fishing. I would like to see like one fire galley from Hera going forward and trying to keep the fishing ships idle a little bit at least. Oh, the house is going to go down to the scout. If only I could select it. Feels bad. Okay, give me a moment. I'm gonna go back to the regular game. Never mind, it's gone down. So now Villese can potentially drop a castle over here if he wanted to. What is he gonna do? He's got the resources. And he's gonna go aggro. Okay. Sending forward 5 villagers. He's gonna drop it here. He's gonna drop it there. Or maybe not. Ah, he's gonna drop it here. Okay, okay. I would have loved to see him trying to go inside, place a castle like here, and protect the villagers. But Hera was gonna get a couple of towers up for sure, potentially deny the castle. So yeah, it's not bad at all. Extra villagers right now, 15 extra villagers for Hera. Wheelbarrow coming up for him. We already have Wheelbarrow. Let's see. That castle's gonna be up. I think it's... yeah, it's beyond the line of sight of Hera, so Hera's gonna be caught blindsided by this. Oh, take a look at this. Villese is not even attacking. So Hera doesn't know about this. He's going fast Imperial and make Hera's life miserable. Well, he certainly has the resources. And that seems like a viable strategy. So we're gonna see some trebuchets out super soon. And there we go. If he sells a little bit of wood, he might be able to click up. Actually, he's got the resources already. There we go. Imperialage coming up for Villese. You called it, man. How many fishes? Let's see. We have Villese with 10 fishing ships, 6 fishing ships for Hera, 39 villagers versus 59 for Villese and Hera respectively. We already have some Rattan Archers. Good stuff over here. And remember, Rattan Archers, they are very quick. They are high HP as well, so they are gonna dominate longbows if longbows cannot use the range properly. And Imperialage with Villese's trebuchets, he's gonna start taking the castle down. With the castle down, then production is gonna be hurt for Hera. He's still taking stone though, so we're gonna see potentially more castles coming up for both players. Both are taking stone. Hera a little bit more heavily. Going up to Imperialage himself, he's gonna be there 1 minute and a half later. And the Rattan Archers have been spotted already. Another TC coming up. And man, this is gonna be interesting to watch because the castles are far away from one another. We're gonna see the trebuchets deploying like over here, and if it goes down to a Trev war, if Britons do research Warwolf, then that's gonna be over for Villese's castle. So he's gonna have to get trebuchets out, try to just outnumber Hera, keep the trebuchets well protected, and bring a couple of villagers over to keep them repaired. And yeah, archery range is coming up for Hera, so it's going to be Arbalists as well. Or maybe elite skirmishers. Longbows and elite skirmishers. He was going for longbows for sure. We have seen a couple. But I'm kind of curious. Is it going to be Arbalists or is it going to be elite skirmishers? Could be a combination of both. He cannot just rely on a single castle for military production. It's just too much of a choke, a bottleneck. It's going to be archers. There we go. So, trebuchet already out. Second trebuchet on the way. We are getting ballistics researched by Villese. Alright, 2 trebuchets. So this castle is gonna become a stone pit for Hera. Because he used the stone to go for another TC. And he's using now the stone miners to repair this. This is gonna be troublesome, man. Another trebuchet is going to seal the deal in favor of Villese. Villager count still pretty much in favor of Hera. But 3 trebuchets and we're gonna have a single trebuchet. And of course you cannot research Warwolf and produce trebuchets at the same time. And with that castle, less than 30% HP at this point, you cannot really... You don't really have enough time to research that. So even though we have the tech potential for Britons, that castle is going to go down in the end. We have 11 Rotten Archers, 10 crossbows. Castle has gone down, so now the Trebuchet's gonna follow suit. And what else are we gonna see? So Villese is gonna have to choose. Does he go for the TCs? Does he go for the archer ranges? Imperial Skirmishers would recommend. That is true. That is true. Imperial Skirmishers. Only available to Vietnamese. Let's see. Britons don't even have thumb ring. That is a good point as well. Oh, good shot over there. But alright. Let's see what is Villese's next move gonna be. Hera so far seems to be struggling. Bracer coming up. That's gonna be the +3. You're gonna need chemistry as well for the +4. This is going to go down for sure. So now the TCs are gonna start going down. We can potentially see this one. Oh, does he have enough? Is he gonna get the mining camp or is he gonna get it? Okay, he's got enough range for the TC already. We're gonna see the Rotten Archers going forward. And that is a lot of units. He's already with ballistics as well. Alright. Villese kind of struggling a little bit, but with ballistics he's gonna be in a good position right now. Oh, Hera losing more and more arbalists to the Rotten Archers. Leather Archer armor coming out for the +2/+2. We already have only Panther Archer armor for Hera, so he doesn't have the upgrades. He doesn't have the HP. He's got the range. Actually, he does have the HP. It's the same HP for both units right now. I would like to see Elite Rotten Archer, but it's not necessary. I would probably like to see also Villese going over here. Stop taking damage, free damage from the tower. Still though, DC going out down over there. Another castle is gonna come out for Villese over here, and the game is looking very good for the for the Vietnamese player, sorry. That's a lot of archer ranges. And I'm kind of curious if we're gonna see Imperial Skirmishers or not. If Villese doesn't throw real hard, this game is in his pocket. I do agree, man. He's got better upgrades, he's got ballistics, which Hera doesn't have. He's got the trebuchets, he's gonna start taking the TCs down. As a matter of fact, there are no TCs in the land area for Hera. We're gonna see a tower coming up. Where's the other castle for... Where's the other castle for Villese? Coming up here. Alright. Castle up for Hera, who is still with 16 extra villagers. So even though while he's not out yet, he's in a very awkward spot. It's still possible for him to come back, but I don't know, man. Trebuchet's coming out for Hera, expanding his eco outside the walls. Now that he's got a lot of choices. Rotten Archers over here, 9 against 15. This should be going in favor of Hera. He's got the range. He's got the range. But that's a lot of pierce armor for Villese. 4+4. So Hera needs to micro out of his mind to snipe the Rotten Archers. You only have 1 pierce armor for the arbalists. The KD is looking pretty good for Villese, quite solid as well. A tower is gonna go down, but I don't think it's gonna matter that much. We'll still have the trebuchets over here in favor of Villese, so he should be able to take this down. Another trebuchet as well. It's going to be 3 trebuchets against only 1. 2 right now for Hera. Another TC coming up. I don't know about that. I think it's okay. Now only 10 extra villagers for Hera, so he was able to stabilize a little bit. Going for skirmishers, not getting the elite skirmisher upgrade just yet. Cat Ram coming up for Hera, that's gonna be good. That's a lot of range. Yeah, Rattan Archer is just so good, man. We have 3 cat rounds over here, and this feels like Hera might come back. Score lead is for him right now. Siege Workshop coming up, and we are gonna need something else over here. We have already a Mangonel for Villese. He's going for more Mangonels. He's gonna need Bombard Cannon, potentially. Forging coming up for Villese, so we're gonna see potentially Camels, maybe Cavalier. What is it that we're gonna see? Light Cavalry? Knights. So it's gonna be Knights for this. Rattan Archers for the Arbalist. Cat rounds are gonna do a good job here. Oh no, but the cat rounds gonna take potentially the trebuchets. So there we go, the Knights working very well over here to clean up the ramps. What we need though is we need to take care of the Arbalists, because the Arbalists are gonna take the Knights down for sure. With the trebuchets, it seems like Hera is gonna manage to successfully take down the castle. There we go. 3 cat rams, 2 trebuchets. And the military numbers are looking so good for Hera. His economy is a little bit larger as well, actually much larger, with close to 15 extra villagers. What is the plan over here? Okay, Villese has been pushing Hera away from the golds. So we have only 1 gold remaining for Hera over here, then he's taking another one from here, a neutral gold. But this is not looking bad actually, I think the game's still pretty even. Could go either way, but Villese kind of with the deficit right now, military deficit, only 17 military units. Take a look at the amount of Arbalists and skirmishers that we have over here for Hera. And oh man, this is looking bad for Villese. He's just trying to protect the trebuchets from the cat rams. He cannot repair the castle, he's losing both, and we have a lot of army over here for Hera. It seems to me like he is probably gonna manage to get the game back. Another castle coming up for Villese, but his Rattan Archer production capacity has taken a hit. So archery ranges coming up for him. Is it gonna go into Imperial Age? Into Imperial Skirmishers, or is it gonna go for Arbalists? Skirmishers coming up, Chemistry coming up. So it's gonna be Imperial Skirmishers for the Vietnamese player. Pop cap now, Hera 200 populations versus 112. The game was looking so good for Villese, but now it's exactly the opposite. Imperial Skirmisher upgrade coming up over there. Fortunately for him, he was not researching it with this archery range. But yeah, resources are super low for Villese. 14 military units versus 67. He still gets heavily outranged by the Arbalists. But now the skirmishers are Imperial. They are fully upgraded, 4+4. +3, +4 in defense. So we have chemistry, we have the upgrades, we need to go for more, we need to queue, we need to build more archery ranges. And we need something to take care of the cat ram as well. Architecture and heavy plow coming up for Hera, so architecture is going to be very good for building HP. Scale bard in armor coming up as well, so we're going to see some cavalry, interesting. Castle's gonna go down, and Villese is struggling, man. He's got the Imperial Skirmishers over here. 5+4 Pierce armor. So technically, Villese's army should be able to deal with this without major issues. Also with ballistics, he's gonna be able to snipe a lot of units, but he doesn't have the production capacity. Right now, only 3 archery ranges. He could potentially go for 2 more right now. But yeah, high Pierce armor is not gonna make a huge difference against skirmishers. You deal bonus damage against your own units. And the GG has been called. And after a very close series, we're gonna see Hera moving over to the semifinals and Villese getting kicked out of the tournament in the quarterfinal stage. It's very good stuff. Final score is gonna be 4-3. And yeah, let's take a quick look at the achievements. That was a very close game, could have gone either way. There we go. KD 114-98, very good for Hera. Eco stats, better eco for him in general as well. Technology stats, Fuel H, Imperial H, faster for Villese. Taking good advantage of Imperial H. But yeah, letting the castle go up, the second castle from Hera go up, I think that was probably one of the things that costed the game for him. Never really getting the population lead, but he was in a good position over here. He was in a good position. It's very unfortunate that he was not able to seal the deal.